Hello, it's John. Well, here we are at Dalgleish Garage in Coldstream, and there's my motorhome. It's here for a couple of recalls, a couple of downloads, and they're saying maybe the filters need changing, like an oil change and a filter change. So I thought I'd share with you a little walk around Coldstream, and we might get all the way down to there's a wee estate. Oh, is this Henderson Park? This feels like a lovely place. This was the viewpoint that I saw mentioned. So we're at 9 a.m. on a Monday morning, and who would have thought it? It's raining. Oh, this is a beautiful feeling. And as soon as I come here, I just feel the river. So it's the River Tweed down here. I have been here before. Oh, it's stunning. Very well kept and very quiet. Look at this tree. The tree's saying to me, I look like the Kraken. You do. Wow. Just beautiful. Can I say hello? Yeah, tree says yes please. A branch in celebration, and we might call some of these end points the like little twigs, little branches at the end. The tree says a branch in celebration of old souls that are celebrated here. Oh, it's so beautiful, thank you. I bet in the summer it must be beautiful. I've been here in the summer, just don't really remember it. That looks like an entrance to the park. Celebrating twinning with a place in France. Oh, in memory of our sister guide, Susan Maxwell, 1982. Oh, beautiful. Sending you love, Susan. So I may have up to 3 hours. There is a waiting area that you can go to in the garage, so that's good news. And look, can you see over here, there's a wee insect hotel where they leave these little different sized bits of wood with the wee roof. They're very cute. I don't know how much they house, but you know, it all helps, right? What can I hear? Is that a pigeon? Or it could be no, I think it's like a far off duck or goose. Wow, look at this view. Let me show you the view in a minute before I do. This stone is presented to the borough of Coldstream by the Coldstream Regiment of Foot Guards on the day on which they were proud to receive the freedom of the borough, 10th of August 1968. I'm just turning my phone off do not disturb, because it's not very helpful for the garage if they can't phone me. Okay. It was near here on the 1st of January 1660 that General Monck, M-O-N-C-K, crossed the River Tweed to start his march to London, culminating in the restoration of King Charles II. Wow. 1660. Beautiful stone as well. It looks a bit like, you know, isn't it fascinating when you see these stones? It feels quarried. In fact, looks like there's a bit there that fell off and then it's been stuck back on. It's got some sort of mortar in there. a lovely energy from it, a lot of beautiful pride. I'm just going to show you the view in a minute. And then also in loving memory of Jim Fury, 28 years and Coldstreamer, beloved husband and father and grandfather. Nole Secundus, always yours, Kitty. Oh. And there's some others there too. I just wanted to say hello. Wow, there's more to go and explore down there. Look at this view. Let's see. So my guess is this is east over here towards Berg-upon-Tweed. There's a wee pigeon. And look at the Tweed here. It looks calm, but it is a lot of water moving at a pretty good rate. I just feel that, you know, I can see why people enjoy living by rivers. I just feel this energy of the river pulling you. I'm going to do something I've never done before. I'm going to put you down for a minute. Please don't fall, please don't fall. Will you stand still? I might have to jump, I might have to leap and catch you. I'm going to put my hat on. So the selfie stick that you're on at the moment has a little stand at the end. And that is how you guys are currently standing up. I can do that whole YouTuber thing where they film themselves walking, almost being filmed by a third party. You know, where you walk up like this. Let me do it. Never done this before. Okay. Wow, look at this view. It's stunning. I'm worried you're going to fall as I'm coming back. Okay, I got you. But now I've got this extended, I can give you a bit of a tour. Look at this. Using the giant selfie stick. Wow. That's stunning. And there's mountains over there. I believe they're the Cheviots is what they're called. Let me shrink you back down. So you're now in a wee stand. Yeah, I think this is the Cheviots out here. Let's have a wee explore and see. Henderson Park. And I've got my cool hat on. I'm so cool. I should sell these as merch, right? Operation Herrick, Afghanistan Stone. Thank you. Never seems enough. Oh, beautiful. So you can go up these wee steps, but it's nice to just greet it first. So this is Dr. Francis Henderson. Oh, there's church bells. Dr. Francis Henderson, 1889 to 1963. There's a lot here. Let me just skim through it and see. Wow, it's a long and colourful life. I suspect you can read quite a lot of this yourself. Dr. Henderson's father, George Henderson, was born in East Gordon, oh yeah, that's quite close by, Berkshire, and had 3 sons, George, John and Francis, together with a daughter, Isabella. He came to work as a doctor in Coldstream and eventually taking over the practice of the Dr. Turnbull, from Dr. Turnbull upon his retirement. And this was a tennis court and was turned into Henderson Park after the doctor. Wow, and has continued as the jewel in the crown of Coldstream ever since. Isn't that beautiful? Such pride. A beautiful wee place. It's lovely gravel. Oh yeah, and there's a big walk down there. It looks very muddy. Oh yeah, so here's, hey, I was right. So over to that direction is the Chivik Hills. Battle of, so it says over here, I think it's just past the building here. It says the Battle of Carham, circa 1018, was fought between Kingdom of Scotland and Northumbrians on Carham on Tweed, at Carham on Tweed. Uhtred, oh, that's the guy from Netflix, son of Waltiof of Bamborough, fought the combined forces of Malcolm II of Scotland and Owen the Bald, King of Scotland, King of Strathclyde. The combined forces defeated Earl Uhtred's forces, determining the eastern border at the River Tweed. Wow, I feel that is, there's what's the Netflix series called? Is it called Vikings? Maybe it is called Vikings. Or it's very similar, but it's about Vikings, hence the name Uhtred, and the time as well. Because at the end of the series, he kind of has a battle and they lose. But I think you see him at Bamborough, which is just beautiful. I have to take you there sometime. It is stunning. I was watching some people visiting, some YouTubers that I follow. They're visiting recently. Oh, look at this, is so cool. Look, so there's a little line that they put in like halfway along the river, and it says that this is England and that's Scotland. So that's Scotland, that's England. Scotland, England, Scotland, England. Wow, halfway along the river. That's amazing. I'm just remembering I have gloves actually. Now that I'm at my cozy moto, I'm like, wow, I'm so glad I put the extra layer on. Because you see, when you're standing around doing videos like this, it is a bit cooler. Right, we should get moving because I'd like to get down to the end of town. Let's have a wee look up here. These old stone staircase. It's got very wet feet splashing in there. Cool door. Wow, that's like an Akashic Records door, isn't it? There's a wee house. So it must be on this plain, this field area where that battle was. Wow. And then we go back out this way. Another beautiful tree. Now, I might have got the name of the place completely wrong. There is a place, there's an estate at the end of Coldstream, and it might be Thurslaw. Wow, there's an apple tree over here, and it still has its apples on it, big beautiful ones too. So, let's head along there. I don't think it takes very long. Oh, it's just a beautiful feeling there. Just it feels like all your stress and anxiety is just being washed away. I always feel that when I'm at the River Tweed. Very magical. So here I am getting used to walking and vlogging. Let me show you the Besom on the right. On the left here we have Coldstream Physiotherapy. What a beautiful building. Feels a bit haunted. Scottish Borders Council, there's a library in there. It's very quiet. Victoria Lodge. And I'm just checking to see my motorhome's still there, so that means they've not started on it yet. Anyway, is what it is. Technically I have all day. I do have some admin to do today. Wow, and there's a big, it's like a clock spire. I was going to say church. It could be. I'm looking up here and they've put all these mobile phone masts on top. So you got a good mobile signal around here. Skin Deep Beauty and Tanning. And the wee Christmas trees up. Our town, Dunbar, has just had its Christmas lights switch on. They're amazing lights. There's like a whole, oh, it's a shop for sale, look. 2-bed maisonette, shop, office, possible conversion on Rightmove. It's very sweet. Integrity Insurance, you could have it as a shop. And you could live in it. Well, wouldn't that be fun? Live upstairs. I think it says Gas Lane here. I think that takes you down to the water walk. I'm not sure I'm going to be heading down there though because it looks so muddy. And there's a better view. Well, not better. There's also a view elsewhere. The tea room closed. It's the Mad Hatter's tea room. Doesn't say when it's open. Maybe Google will say. Butchers, pet food supplies, Coldstream Parish Church. It feels, when I'm holding the camera like this, it feels a bit like, oh, Christmas tree. It's a bit like John Reacts To video. You know, John's walking around the place with his eyes wide open. It's funny, when you're filming things, you definitely experience it a different way. Yoga with Manda. If you're in the area, check out Yoga with Manda. Breath, body, mind, spirit. Chair yoga. Oh, it's lovely floor yoga. There's a swimming pool. Oh, this is in Duns. And they do also Coldstream Community Centre. Maybe come down here sometime and do an event. Choga, chair yoga classes. And it is, yeah, same place. And there's a bus trip as well. Hastings, Churchshire Post Office. We'll flip you around. Babs working for social change. Army surplus. Wow. Little Deli. Closed, opens. It's closed on a Monday. A therapy salon. Sweet street shop looks closed. Ooh, a bakery. Good to know. I haven't really had a coffee today yet. Coldstream in bloom. And then the Newcastle Arms Hotel. Now that I'm walking, I'm definitely warming up a bit, which is good news. I feel like this is the rush hour for Coldstream. Coldstream Chippy, fish and chips. Oh. And this is the community centre, which looks like a church. Or was a church. So if I wait till 4 p.m, I could get a chippy. I won't have enough battery power for that, that's for sure. Makes me think maybe I should get a second battery for this. And I've also realised that I'm recording in 4K, which is lovely. It does create very large files, which are fun to copy off onto the phone. Maybe I should use a laptop in the future. A nice big co-op. I think we're almost there to the Luke's Bray, to the estate that's down here. Coldstream Spice, Indian Takeaway. Have I not passed any coffees? Coffees, is that what I said? Cafes, I love it. We'll just call places after the things they make. Looks like there's a bridge down here as well. Oh, it's just beautiful. Castle, hotel. Oh, it's lovely. You know, when you're walking along here, you suddenly feel that the world can be a simple place, that you can live in, you know, have all your mod cons. I love mod con. Modern conveniences of internet and a nice warm home and running water and, he says, just stepping in a puddle and all those things. And yet, you don't need to have to live in a city. And long ago, these villages would have been self-sustaining, right? These towns self-sustaining. Oh, that'd be a lovely wee walk down there. But now I suspect, although there is a little bit of industry here, in this wee village, look at this beautiful tree. You call them weeping willows, is that right? I feel a lot of people here will commute to other nearby places. Berwick, maybe even Newcastle. And this building over here looks like old stables. Let's cross over and see. Lee's Farm Self-Storage, long and short-term hire. Because this looks like, for an estate, old stables. And it's quite funny when I dropped off my motorhome at the garage. They were saying, "Oh, you know, don't know how long it'll take. Could take as long as 12 middays, so that would be 3 hours." And I remember, and they're just saying, you know, you can always come back here and wait here. And I just said, I said, "Oh, that's fine. It's no problem at all. I'm just going to wander around and make YouTube videos." And it struck me that this isn't a location where you just kind of drop it off for the day and you know, and then come back, because it's quite remote. It took a long time to explain that. Excuse me. So it says up here, is it Hazel? No, Hirsel. Is it Hirsel or Hirsel? Can't quite read this distance. It does say museum, yeah, Hirsel. I was calling it Hirsel, wasn't I? The Hirsel Museum, Walks, Tea Room and Craft Centre. Ah, tea room sounds good. I lovingly brought my lightweight laptop. So I can lovingly do work if I want to. I think I've like today's admin is sending my accountant the transaction reports from Stripe and PayPal, the two main payment providers I use, and then she does my books for me. Just want to, so that's one of my tasks, doesn't take that long. So one thing here, so it says here, the Hirsel. Sometimes I'd turn up here, this little space here, and just park our giant, we used to have a giant motorhome, well, for UK standards. It sounds a bit like a chainsaw. It's a 7.5 meter long motorhome, so it's much more difficult to park. And so now you can just walk in here. Do not pick the flowers, do not park on the grass, beware of children on the road. Ah, look at this. Oh yeah, I've walked through here. It has like a golf course, just getting the memories of what's here. Oh, there's a big, beautiful tree over there. I know I'm gonna get wet feet talking to all these trees. So, 1903 to 1995. There is something interestingly familiar about this man, Sir Alec Douglas? A statesman and countryman. The 4th Earl of Hone. Hone is a nearby place. And then there's a big explanation here. When he was in his prime, and therefore he was about 60 years old. Lovely. I feel these are his different passions. Okay. Now there are many, many trees, beautiful trees to pass, and this one over here, aren't you a beauty? You're just stunning. I'd love to chat with you. Should I just do it? I think I'm just gonna do it. I know I'm gonna be walking around in wet feet all day, but some trees are worth just saying hello to. Well, first of all, I just want to get permission. Is it okay to say hello? Yes. The tree says yes, but if you haven't noticed, sometimes I am grumpy. Oh, that's nice. It's beautiful though. Okay, let me just touch a tree, say hello. The tree says, many people pass through these gates in search of rest and reprieve. And I'm here to help them. It's just showing me how that feels in my heart. Help them connect with their shadows. Oh, that's lovely to help people feel that it's okay to have shadows and to become at peace with them. Wow, thank you. And just a beautiful feeling in my heart. Wow, look at this canopy this tree creates. Wow. You know, often we obsess, talking about you guys, obsess about safety on the outside. You know, I want a safe house. I want it like not too close. I used to live down by the sea, I want it not too close to the sea, and I want it, you know, in a low crime area, and I want it to be, you know, strong in any storm and all these things. And yet these are never the things that really make us feel safe. Just as that tree said, it's more about, imagine being happy with your shadows. And by their very nature, you're never going to be super happy about them. You're not going to say, yay, I got a new shadow, oh, I'm so happy. It's less like that, right? It's more that it's going to be a journey of becoming at peace with them. And because as I was walking along here, and I felt it myself here, I've walked along here, well, usually you drive along this stretch of road is huge, right? This is back when they used to build manor houses, and the driveway was the kind of the curb appeal. It was the way of saying, look how rich I am. It takes me an hour to drive from the boundary to my home. And the reality is that it's really a journey of just walking with our shadows. It's just hearing that song, that Green Day song, my shadows walk along something and something about walking with your shadows. And yeah, that's what that tree said. The tree says, you know, it's so much of what it does here in service to others is to help them, you know, not just hide in the oasis of life and the happiness, because we can hide in happiness, right? We can hide anywhere, really. No, we can also hide from ourselves, and it just felt really beautiful to be able to experience a beautiful walk, and with much more peace and harmony with our shadows walking with us. I wonder which of my shadows are walking with me just now. I feel the shadow of lack is trailing behind a little bit. I have a little bit of lack of charge. I don't know how long the camera's going to last. Definitely lasts about an hour. And what are we at now? 30 minutes. This is an epic walk. What other shadows would be walking with me? Maybe you'll see them behind me. When you hold the camera up like a selfie stick, it's like I'm a tour guide. Okay, this way people, Jon's random walks, rambling around with little intention other than to explore the magic. Yeah, it's just powerful and beautiful. Oh, there's another shadow that it's walking with me just now, and that is the how do you describe this? The dark side, the shadows of doing predictions work. The elephant in the room, and you know what's going to happen if I describe the. Whenever I say the word, I have to do the impression. Maybe later. Yeah, there's lots of shadows with predictions. You know, one, maybe it's not the most obvious, is fear. You know, we can become addicted to anything. We can become addicted to fear, and we can end up become addicted to people sharing fearful predictions, whether they're scientifically founded in any way or more psychic, esoterical, metaphysical predictions. And all you can really say is just use your discernment and check in on yourself. You know, why do you feel drawn to some of that content, what goes on in your body, you know, like, do you get that kind of endorphin release that we do with addictions? You know, slightly excited, slightly kind of on the edge of your seat, slightly fearful, but not too much because you're sat in your comfy chair or wherever you are. So, in this rain, there's definitely a range of considerations and consciously discerning and choosing what you consume. And another elephant in the room of predictions is, what if they don't come true, Jon? I don't know about you guys. It's like, when I first started these videos in August this year doing predictions, I was just thinking, I've never really found them. I never really watched other people's predictions, had some, you know, a little bit of interest in the sorts of things they say, but never really felt, you know, never felt that addiction to other people's predictions. You know, the world's going to end, and well, maybe I did back in 2012. Remember 2012? Even the movie 2012. Oh my God. So yeah, just really, you know, first of all, being aware of that. And then secondly, what if they don't come true? And, you know, some of you have been rightly asking, oh, you have to put my hood up now. Some of you, give me a sec. I might get too hot with a hat and an extra layer of clothes and this hood, but let's see. At least my hat's now not getting as wet. Yeah, some of you were asking about 3 Days of Darkness, where I had channeled, or I had predicted, wow, I'm just getting this ringing in my left ear real loud. Thank you. Where I channeled about this blip, you know, this kind of, because it felt we'd get an early warning in November, it's now December 1st, about, you know, some outages, and that this would be a preparation for the actual 3 Days of Darkness. Like, we'd kind of get a bit of a glimpse. It would help us, you know, us all individually prepare. And I will do, well, first of all, I want to give it a little bit of time, because there's not a lot of point in just going, well, it's December 1st, that's it, what happened, Jon? I don't mean about your attitude to me, I mean my attitude to myself. And also in part because a lot of this is, what I channeled was that this is primarily focused on activity between Sol, the soul of the sun, and Gaia, the soul of Mother Earth. And so if they've changed their mind, it doesn't matter if my prediction was 100% accurate or not. You know, and it is just a prediction, then not a fact, not a scheduled event, right? If they've changed their mind, including in the last few days, or even it's happening now, and there's an X-class solar flare going on just now. There's Spylaw Cottage and some grouses, I think, just here. Could be. I think we're getting quite close now to the tea room. Yeah, it definitely feels like, first I'll give it some time, let the deadline pass that I predicted. And I did a quick search. You know, there's some outages in Ukraine, over 600,000 people, although that felt, I didn't really read the articles, but it felt more connected to the war with Russia. And Kenya having some outages, and there's also the radio blackouts in the southern hemisphere that have been coinciding. I think there might be one happening now. I don't know, I didn't really look. But these are just like I try and frame anything you Google or look up as just being mainstream media. So it's not to dismiss it all and say, it's all lies, it's all lies. It's just another data point, right? I've not experienced a day of darkness. I did have my solar system go down. Our power didn't go down, we just ran off the grid, so it's quite seamless. That was the closest I personally experienced. And do you like my outfit? I bet you're just thinking wandering along this long road forever, and yeah, it does feel a bit like that. We're almost there. There's also the what else did I experience? Yeah, the Aurora Borealis, like northern lights and stuff, but not outages. That said, our mobile phones where I live didn't work yesterday, and you know, we had no signal, and the providers are like, no, it all works. It's like, no, it definitely doesn't work. Like none of my family had signal. It's not what I was expecting. I was expecting, from the messages I channeled, much more of a you know, a globally affecting outages for several hours at least. So if that has happened and isn't reported somehow, there we go. And I know sometimes some of you get a bit protective of me, and you're like, John, there was something that happened, and I think it might be close. And of course, you can share your experiences. You're always free to share your experiences in the comments. It's okay, don't feel bad for me. Not every prediction, by the very nature of the word, it is a estimate, a forecast of what's going to happen, and they don't all come true, especially when the free will, in this case Sol and Gaia, it just takes them to change their minds. I don't like talk to them every day and say, what's the latest news on X, Y, and Z, because I feel like it's really important to have space in between these videos that I do. Otherwise I'd have no idea what I was doing, just admiring this beautiful tree. You're a beauty, aren't you? Oh, I can say hello. The tree say, why don't you come and chat and connect? The tree says, I'm strong, I can survive any storm, any days of darkness. The tree says, it's not dark for me, it's just you guys, and you're over-reliance on power. Oh. A lovely grounding feeling. It has such a thick trunk. Wow. You know, it'd be just my luck to walk all the way down here and for it to be closed on a Monday. It's common for places to be closed on a Monday, right? Wouldn't it be funny if you could predict everything in your life? Maybe that would take the fun out of it. There's lots of movies, people do that, right? Ah, it's wonderful, loving these colours. Still got some of these autumn colours. I know you guys have probably got some water on the lens, and it might even appear like it's moving around as the camera stabilizes itself in its magic software. I'm just refraining from wiping it because I know as soon as I do, it'll smear, and then you'll be even more screwed. So let's not smear. And it's funny, my wife was saying, you could take a walk down here and like do a video while I'm visiting the area. And she said, and remember, if you walk, you only pay for parking here, so if you walk, it's free. It's like, oh, that's good news. And there's some sort of crop in there. Is that corn? It seems unusual for well, we're in Scotland, right? We're just in Scotland, just the other side of the river, Tweed. By the way, the River Tweed is not the defining border for all of Scotland, I don't believe. Oh, there's swans down here as well. Oh. Now I've got memories of walking across, so just straight ahead there's some swans, and if you walk up close to them, you, my head's getting a bit hot. Overheating, so taking off my hat. Yeah, if you walk along this wee area, you need welly boots. Some of you guys were saying, but I couldn't have worn welly boots this whole way, I would have been exhausted. So this is the Hirsel, I keep calling it Hirsel estate. It looks like the stables that's converted into child's play area, museum, rooms, tourist information, shops and toilets. And toilets, that's good to know. I think the cafe was a farm shop down there. Do they have a cafe? Maybe just take a wee look. Thing is, I know I wouldn't normally go and look in, but since you guys are here, I feel like, why didn't Jon turn down there and take a look? Tourist information. Oh, it's very quiet, it's very closed. The walks. So you can go around the lake. I suspect, so we're here, and I suspect we'll go up the middle part. Yeah, I think once we walked all the way up here and along the road, that took forever. It took, I don't know how many miles that would have been, several hours. I remember we did get an annual pass for this place. Elite financial planning. Remember to do your monthly finance reports, Jon. And the Douglas Home family estate. Oh, this is the estate house, a photo of it, which must be further down. Museum, tea room. So there's toilets here. Tourist information, which looks closed. And a gallery. Oh, I thought you could walk in a circle here. Because there's a wee farm shop down there, and I remember they do, whatchamacallit, takeaways. Takeaway coffee. Oh, beautiful. We can go and see the swans. Tea rooms that way. Farm shops, so the tea rooms in here. And other toilets. Homestead Cafe. Don't know if it's open or not. The farm shop's closed. And this is where you park. A beautiful place to come. And there is plenty of parking, and they also let you park out on the grass area here as well. These are private grounds to which the publics are invited. Contributions towards the upkeep would be greatly appreciated. Oh, you can just see, I don't know if you guys can make it out just above the swans, this wee rainbow.
Morning.
Good morning.
Quite interesting with the wee bit mist in the...
Oh, it's beautiful, yeah, and a wee rainbow turning up as well.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. See the mist. Oh, and there's cygnets too. Oh, these are beautiful. There's tons of them. So I really want to walk across here and say hello to them. However, this is like a swamp. Wow, the mist. It's lovely that these places open up to the public. You don't have access everywhere, but you've got a lot. Like there's vehicle access for residents only. Lovely place to live as well. I just know as soon as I walk across that little area, that will be me in wet feet for the next few hours. But let's just enjoy this for a moment. So straight ahead, this line here is this beautiful mist. And you can see it moving. It's like it's alive. I'm alive. It's funny, my spirit guide Maya is just chatting with me, and she says, John, what would it be like if you did predictions where they just all came true? She said, you wouldn't be predicting, you would be reporting on a plan, which is, so, and she said, is that what you really want? Like, do you want to just read the project plan for the universe, and that every being has to adhere to it? And I was like, well, I guess it would take out some of the fun. Where's the fun in just knowing everything? I'm Jon Binnie, and I know everything. And if I don't know, I can ask. But yeah, I do really love the prediction work, and it's, you know, it's also out of my comfort zone as well. It's so much easier to focus on the past because it happened already, and yet in many respects, the future, the past doesn't exist as much as the future doesn't exist. These lovely colours. Love to get close. I'm just going to have a wee look up here and just see if you can get close without getting totally soaked to the lake. I'll also come around here and take a right. Or do you? Or do I? Maybe I do head up this way. It'd be so lovely to spend the night here in our wee motorhome. Come for like early walks. Yeah, this is the wee lake or loch is still on the other side of, well, first of all, a load of foliage. If I had a drone, I'd fly it through, but I suspect people don't really like you flying your drones around their property. Well, it's all very beautiful, and they definitely have seen here, excuse me, Highland coos, and what else? There might have been like horses or sheep or donkeys, I'm not sure. So just up straight ahead is the Hirsel Manor House. Very beautiful. I'm just going to have a wee check on my phone. Of course, I forget sometimes how optimized my setup is for being mobile, because I was just checking to see if I had any missed phone calls. No, but I have full mobile signal, which is good, and 97% phone. Wow, that's a lot. Only gone down by 3% in the last hour. So what have we been doing? Walking for about an hour or an hour. Yeah, about an hour. It's not that long, is it? So I think what I want to do is go up here and then cut across to the right, if I'm allowed to. I'd love to chat with some of these trees. Oh, and the sun came out. Hello, Sol. Yeah, you guys have asked for, oh, it's suddenly getting very hot as soon as, sorry for the noise, as soon as I face the sun. Hello, Sol. I was going to ask. Just going to create a safe space for a moment. Wonderful, that's a safe space created. I was just going to ask Sol about the 3 days of darkness. So Sol was saying a lot during that safe space setup. Can you guys still see Sol? I can't really see the viewfinder very well on the camera. It's gone into dark mode, ironically. So I just said, Sol, where's my 3 days of darkness? And where's the blip that was going to happen in November? And Sol just said, is that what you want? Did you really want that to happen? And Sol was reminding me that the purpose behind it was to help us reconnect with our hearts, reconnect with the earth, and reconnect with each other. And it's like, oh yeah. And Sol said, if you're on a timeline of where, so your vibration is of one where you're already connected with your heart, connected with your loved ones, connected with the earth, then you're less likely to experience it. And Sol said, now Jon, just be aware that it's not, nothing's a hard and fast rule. So it's not like you're not on a timeline or not on a timeline. It's more like you experience aspects of it. And that's very much, oh, look at that. It's very much news to me. I'd often oversimplify things. Wow, I just had this raging hunger. Even though I've had a vegan protein shake this morning and my breakfast cereal, Weetabix. It's never too much information in Jon Binnie's videos. So yeah, that's really a really beautiful message. Thank you, Sol. And I'm not going to project onto you guys or even my life about, look at all these crows. They're all getting very excited to see me. Well, actually, they're all flying away. Oh, this is just magical. And there's a Highland coo down there as well. I feel a little bit teary with how beautiful this is. Look at this tree. It's almost like the sun is melting ice off the tree and it's falling. It's a very different feeling here from nature. Nature's like, the birds are like, who's that guy? What's the guy doing? He's like talking to himself with a stick in his hand. They're not used to squirrels. 2 squirrels. Maybe a third. Did I spot the tree there? So just on the other side of this tree. And there's a wee bird's nest up there. Here's a squirrel. Squirrel! And they're hiding. They're quite timid. They are so cute. Imagine having a pet squirrel. And one's just run onto the ground. And the second. Yeah, do you ever feel this? When some people ask me, Jon, what is 5D like? I would say, it's like this. It's like these inexplicably beautiful moments where you feel blissed out and just you feel so drenched in love of the universe, and it simply feels incredible, and it feels so beautiful and overwhelming that you just want to cry a lot. Wow, just so stunning. And such beautiful trees here. I love how my knowledge of trees has barely improved. I'm sure I was taught more at primary school. Oh, you're a big beauty, aren't you? Look at you. A big brute. And so they're really young, some calves, some Highland coos. They must look tiny on camera, but they are beautiful. And no, I'm not walking through that water, just to give you guys a very slight enlargement. Did you know on YouTube you can just pinch and zoom? You can pinch and zoom on my face. Oh, you're doing it now. I can see you're doing it now. Oh, it's so much fun. Wow. I'm so glad the sun came out to greet us. A really lovely message though from Saul. Saul's still chatting with me and just saying, you know, Jon, your experiences in your life are all choices. They're all reflections of how you feel inside. So if you want to feel fear about 3 days of darkness, you're much more likely to experience it. And it's like, oh, okay. And then Saul just says, would you like to experience these predictions? And I must admit, do you remember in my 8-year predictions, I said that I split them into 3D Earth and 5D Earth. And it never really occurred to me as I go through that split that that I'll only be in one of them, or one at a time anyway. And so when you think about that, you think, well, you know, do you want to be in? I can report on the happier stuff in 5D. There's still huge changes in 5D. No birth is without a bit of pain. I feel we go up here and take it right back down there, because this is private up here. Yeah, it's so wonderful to have that question. Would you rather your predictions right and you experience every single prediction that you come up with, or would you like to just be on the receiving end to let each experience happen? And yeah, whatever we choose to let happen in our lives, whatever we attract in or we're a frequency match for, I encourage us to allow it to just be. I'll keep doing the prediction videos and you can keep choosing whether you experience them or not. And you can choose whether you think they're helpful or accurate or whatever. It's so funny. I just laugh because, you know, the software manager compared to Jon is so different. Although I worked, you know, for almost 8 years in AI, which is all about predictions, right? You know, my job was predicting whether people, based on someone's resume, whether they'd be hired or not. That was the predictions we made. And of course you don't know until you either hire them or don't, whether it was a good idea or not. Oh, it's just beautiful. So that's a gardener's cottage. Private. I feel that's, but like it'll be both the name of the place and I feel like a gardener lives there. Oh, and there's a pheasant on the lawn here. When I walked here when I walked here with my family, we'd often just say, my wife and I'd say to the kids, so kids, we've got some news. We've bought a new house for you. We're going to move in here. Surprise! And thing is that our kids are always used to us doing crazy stuff like, oh, we sold our car. Oh, we bought a new car. Oh, we sold our motor. Oh, we bought a new one. Oh, we're moving house. Like, They're just always laughing at us, like, I remember, especially as our daughter got older, she's like, but the money, guys, like, you spend it like water. And it's like, well, we're always like getting good value for money, and we're always, we've been a continued theme of downsizing. Over the weekend, we managed to give away our main TV in the house, and we got one, feels about half the size. And it's really funny, it was only once I got rid of it. You wouldn't think, there is a Highland coo just down there, but it's down a muddy track. You would think that, there's another squirrel, lots of squirrels here. You would think that your TV, we just watch YouTube on it, really, and my wife watches the odd reality TV show. But yeah, you would think that the experience of giving away a TV would just be largely non-energetically interesting. It felt very rewarding. First of all, the guy, when he saw it, was shocked. He's like, it's huge. And we gave him our sound system as well. I said, we just don't use it anymore. Like, we could try and sell it. I don't know, you might be able to get like £50 or £100 for it, but why not just make the guy really happy? And he messaged us a few hours later after he'd set up at home. He's like, it's amazing, thank you so much, it's just so good. And for free. And it just feels so good. But anyway, yeah, I was getting to the point, which was, it also felt that there was some negative energy in the TV. Not surprising that, I'm a human. I also carry and hold my own shadows and fears and negative energy, just like everyone. And that some of that is projected into the very object I'd spend hours. I know you think all I do is client sessions and YouTube videos all the time, but in between that, I also spend a lot of time camping or resting. So yeah, when I gave it away, there was this feeling of like just letting go, which was real lovely, and releasing. If the car it's coming up this way, which is interesting because I have to walk onto the dirt here. There we go. Wow, that looked like maybe a buzzard or an owl or an eagle. Just spotted in the distance. We're gonna get a wee bit of sun. You know how people can summon UFOs, UAPs, orbs? Wouldn't it be cool to summon the sun? I'm a sun summoner. Sol, please. I know we're in Scotland, but we deserve sunshine too. Please bring it sunshine. Ah, it's just beautiful. Wow. I've no idea how long this video is. It must be, is it over an hour now? Oh yeah, it's like an hour and a half. I think I saw, the screen's so dim you can't see, but something like 69 minutes. Oh, it's just wonderful. So I think what I'm going to do is walk up to the cafe here and get a coffee if it's open. Maybe a snack. And then begin my walk back. Yeah, it'd be really cool to charge the camera and then I can talk at you for hours. I don't know how long, I think it does something like 2 hours, this camera. I'm using the DJI Action 5 Pro. And I highly recommend it, especially if you're in the UK, because having a waterproof camera to 10 meters deep in water is so powerful for reducing your anxiety when you're walking around and vlogging. Wow. Well, maybe I shouldn't have gone for that 4-mile run this morning, because now I've been walking for about an hour and 30 minutes. My legs are like, oh, we could be walking for like 3 hours. Oh, it's all good. Maybe explains why I'm also feeling a bit hungry. There's still a wee bit of that mist. The swans just seem so happy here. It's lovely. It is a different feeling on private property. There's definitely a feeling of being, everything's much more cared for. Private, open to the public. I love that. And there's a cygnet down here on the grass. Oh, you guys are beautiful. Okay. Well, thank you for joining me on this amazing adventure. I'm still not sure how I've managed to copy this off my camera and upload it to YouTube, but I think I have. All right. Take care. Sending love. Bye.